Brock Lesnar's WWE retirement may be closer than anyone expected, and John Cena has just dropped the biggest hint yet. In a shocking interview, Cena suggested that the Beast incarnate could have his final WWE match next year at SummerSlam in Minnesota. With that revelation, the entire wrestling world is buzzing. Who will face Brock Lesnar in his last ever WWE match? Will WWE choose a rising powerhouse, a legendary rival, or a future face of the company? Today, we break down 5 massive superstars who could realistically become Brock Lesnar's final opponent on WWE's biggest summer stage. Number 5. Gunther. Gunther remains at the center of rumors surrounding Brock Lesnar's final opponent, and with good reason. If anyone in WWE today has the credibility, in-ring dominance, and aura powerful enough to stand across the ring from the Beast incarnate, it is Gunther. Over the past 3 years, the Ring General has become one of WWE's most respected and feared competitors. His run as the longest-reigning Intercontinental Champion in WWE history cemented him as a once-in-a-generation talent. Fans admire him not only for his brutal and precise wrestling style, but also for the charisma that radiates from his stoic, commanding presence. Gunther has already proven that he can be the man trusted to retire legends. In July this year, he ended Goldberg's career in a match that shocked fans worldwide. Later, he was confirmed to face John Cena in a retirement bout at WWE SNME. If he successfully defeats Cena, he will immediately become the top candidate to retire Brock Lesnar as well. WWE often books torch-passing moments, where a top veteran elevates the next generation. Gunther is one of the last remaining true throwback heavyweights, disciplined, technical, and physically intimidating. A match between Brock Lesnar and Gunther has long been considered a dream showdown. The two men have teased it in interviews for years. Their styles complement each other perfectly. Lesnar's raw power and explosiveness versus Gunther's precision and psychological game. Both men are known for hitting hard, moving fast, and dominating their opponents with pure force. The physicality alone would be enough to attract millions of viewers. But more than that, the story practically writes itself. Brock Lesnar, a Minnesota hero, wrestling his final match in his home state, passing the torch to one of WWE's most dominant modern champions. Gunther is already a 2-time world heavyweight champion, proving he belongs at the top of the card. Retiring a legend like Lesnar would place him permanently in elite territory. And WWE knows that Gunther has the mainstream presence and long-term stability to carry their brand for years to come. If next year truly is Brock Lesnar's retirement, Gunther is arguably the most logical choice, respected enough to honor Lesnar's legacy and powerful enough to convincingly defeat him. WWE has few stars who could legitimately be the final boss for Brock Lesnar, and Gunther is at the very top of that list. Number 4. Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker is one of WWE's fastest-rising superstars, and his connection to Brock Lesnar goes deeper than most fans realize. His main roster journey began because of an unexpected twist in Lesnar's career. WWE originally planned for Brock to return during the 2024 Royal Rumble, but due to his alleged involvement in the Janelle Grant lawsuit, the company was forced to remove Lesnar and rewrite the match. The spot was given to Bron Breakker, and he shocked the world. From that moment forward, Breakker began climbing the ranks at blistering speed. Bron Breakker is not just another powerhouse. He carries the DNA of wrestling excellence, being the son of Rick Steiner and the nephew of Scott Steiner. His intensity, athleticism, and ruthless offense have drawn comparisons to a young Goldberg. In many ways, he represents the future of WWE's heavyweight division, fast, powerful, explosive, and charismatic. WWE believes in him heavily, having booked him in major feuds, squash victories, and dominant showings against established names. If WWE wants a symbolic passing of the torch, Bron Breakker might be the perfect opponent. A match between a young lion and a seasoned beast would create an unforgettable SummerSlam moment. Breakker's speed would blend beautifully with Brock Lesnar's suplex-heavy style. The match could feel like two bulls colliding in the center of the ring, high speed, high impact, and full of intensity. Story-wise, it also makes perfect sense. Breaker's career trajectory began because Brock Lesnar's spot opened up. Ending Lesnar's career could complete that circle in a meaningful way. WWE often embraces poetic storytelling, and this would be one of their strongest symbolic narratives in years. Bron could walk into SummerSlam with something to prove, and Lesnar, in his home state, could agree to elevate the next generation of monsters. WWE is always searching for a talent who can represent the future of the company for the next decade. Breaker has every tool necessary: an intimidating presence, unmatched explosiveness, and the ability to connect with the crowd. A retirement victory over Brock Lesnar would instantly launch him into superstardom. WWE needs fresh stars, and Breaker is tailor-made for that slot. If Brock Lesnar truly wants to end his career by giving back, Bron Breakker is one of the best possible choices. A future face of WWE facing the most feared combat athlete in wrestling history. The visual alone would be iconic. Number 3. Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is a name fans always associate with Brock Lesnar, mainly because he did something few others can say. He beat Brock Lesnar clean for the WWE Championship. It happened at WrestleMania 36, during one of the strangest times in wrestling history. There was no audience, no roar of the crowd, just silence as McIntyre Claymore kicked Lesnar into defeat. While Drew won the biggest match of his career, he didn't get the glory that usually accompanies such a monumental victory. That is why a retirement rematch at SummerSlam would be the perfect way to correct history. Drew has repeatedly said that he wishes the WrestleMania match happened in front of a live crowd. Lesnar likely feels the same way. Both men delivered, but neither received the emotional payoff they deserved. SummerSlam, especially in Minnesota, would bring that full circle moment. McIntyre has transformed himself in the last few years. His character has evolved, his promos have become sharper, and he has fully leaned into a darker, more realistic persona. He is no longer simply the heroic Scottish warrior. He is a complex, aggressive, and emotionally driven competitor. A showdown with Brock Lesnar in his final match would allow Drew to showcase the best version of himself. From WWE's business perspective, a McIntyre vs. Lesnar match guarantees mainstream attention. The footage from WrestleMania 36 is historically significant, and the company can easily build a narrative around unfinished business. Many fans still feel that Drew deserves a second major victory over Lesnar, one that is witnessed by tens of thousands of people. Physically, the match would be explosive. Drew is one of the only men in WWE who can go toe-to-toe with Brock in terms of size, strength, and intensity. Their previous encounters were quick and violent, but a retirement bout would allow them to tell a much deeper story. Drew could finally receive the recognition he never got because of the pandemic-era restrictions. Lesnar, who has enormous respect for hard-hitting performers, would almost certainly be willing to put Drew over again. If this is truly Lesnar's last match, he might prefer facing somebody he already trusts in the ring, and Drew fits that description perfectly. A final battle between Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre would be emotional, powerful, and historic. It could even mark Drew's transition into an even bigger main event star. Fans have wanted this rematch for years, and SummerSlam may be the perfect stage. Number 2. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar are two of the biggest megastars in WWE history, and their rivalry is legendary. They have battled in 6 singles matches, with Roman currently leading the series with 4 victories to Lesnar's 2. Their matches have headlined WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Crown Jewel, and more. If WWE wanted Brock Lesnar's retirement to feel truly massive, Roman Reigns is the natural choice. Their storyline is already rich with history. Roman dethroned Lesnar, outsmarted him, and surpassed him as WWE's most dominant force. Lesnar, meanwhile, remains the biggest attraction of the modern era. Putting them together one final time would draw massive attention worldwide. Fans may have seen these two collide before, but a retirement match raises the emotional stakes sky-high. Roman Reigns is currently transitioning into a new chapter of his career. His record-breaking title run ended, and the bloodline story continues to expand. A match with Brock Lesnar could serve as the final symbolic closing of their decade-long rivalry. Roman defeating Lesnar once more would secure his legacy as the only man to consistently dominate the beast. On the other hand, WWE could shock the world by letting Brock Lesnar win his final match, something extremely rare in wrestling retirements. A Roman versus Brock retirement match allows for many storytelling possibilities, each big enough to headline SummerSlam. Physically, fans know these two deliver absolute chaos every time they meet. Spear vs. F5, power versus power, two titans colliding with high-impact brutality. It would be the biggest box office match WWE could book for Lesnar's farewell. Roman Reigns also carries mainstream appeal. Media outlets love covering him, and WWE's merchandising, marketing, and global strategy revolve heavily around his star power. Putting him in Lesnar's final match guarantees massive buys, views, and social media engagement. If Brock Lesnar retires next year, Roman Reigns is the biggest possible opponent WWE could choose, both emotionally and financially. Their rivalry started at the top, and it might end at the top too. Number 1, Jacob Fatu is one of the most explosive newcomers in WWE, and he represents the future of the company's heavyweight division. Fans are already calling him the breakout star of the Bloodline 2 era. His charisma, agility, and sheer destructive power have made him stand out instantly. Though he debuted after WrestleMania 40, during a period when Brock Lesnar was absent from WWE, their paths feel destined to cross. Jacob Fatu versus Brock Lesnar is a dream match that blends two generations of dominant, wild, unpredictable athletes. Fatu brings Samoan savagery, aerial skills, and unmatched explosiveness. Lesnar brings UFC-level aggression, world title pedigree, and unmatched athleticism. The clash would be unlike anything WWE has ever produced. Booking Jacob Fatu as Brock Lesnar's final opponent would serve two crucial purposes for WWE. First, it gives a young megastar a rocket-like push straight to the top of the company. Retiring Brock Lesnar instantly transforms Fatu into the scariest, most credible force in WWE. Second, it sends a message that the Bloodline story continues evolving, with new stars stepping up as major players. Jacob's career so far has been exceptional. Fans praise his intensity and his willingness to go all out in every match. His high-risk offense and brutal power strikes make him feel like a modern hybrid of Umaga, Ricochet, and a peak athletic Roman Reigns. WWE has already shown that they have big plans for him. Turning him face was the first step in pushing him toward broader appeal. A showdown with Brock Lesnar would showcase Jacob Fatu's full potential. The match could be built around unpredictability, chaos, and pure physical domination. Brock Lesnar rarely faces someone who can match him in explosive movement and overall aggression. Fatu is one of the few who might even surpass him. Storyline-wise, the Samoan werewolf represents the future of the Bloodline legacy. Brock Lesnar, who once feuded with the original Bloodline, could end his career battling their newest powerhouse. It ties past and future together seamlessly. For WWE, a blockbuster main event like Jacob Fatu versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam would instantly grab mainstream attention. A fresh opponent creates mystery, nobody knows how the match will go, and fans love unpredictability. Jacob Fatu is young, hungry, and positioned for a massive career. If Brock Lesnar wants to end his legendary journey by elevating a future megastar, Jacob Fatu is the #1 option. The spectacle, physicality, and emotion of such a match would make it unforgettable.